arms and legs shackled. After the judge read the complaint against her, she looked over, stared at the camera, and motioned to the area under each of her eyes with her index finger. Court documents indicate that Isabela Guzman had a contentious relationship with her mom, and that her mom was concerned enough that she called police on August 28th. They came to the house and told Isabela that her mom could kick her out for her behavior. It seemed to calm her down. But later that evening, after her mom went upstairs to take a shower, Guzman's stepdad heard a thump, ran upstairs, and saw blood oozing out from under the bathroom door. Court documents indicate that he later saw Guzman exit the bathroom with a knife in her hand, staring straight ahead and not saying a word. Now, we tried to contact Guzman's stepfather. He wasn't home, a cleaning crew telling us that he may never return to this house. We did find these two dumpsters, though, filled with stuffed animals, some jewelry, and other belongings. It's obvious that somebody didn't want this stuff.
As reported by CNN, September 5, 2013, the girl from the state of Colorado, United States, is facing charge of first-degree murder. Isabela Guzman is accused of stabbing his mother 79 times in the face and neck in their home bedroom. Guzman has a stepfather named Ryan Hoy. According to Ryan, Guzman and his mother had often quarreled. In the lead-up to the murder, Ryan told the police that his wife showed him an email Guzman sent him the morning of the murder, which said, "You will pay." When Yoon Min Hoy called the police officer to come to her house, but the police response took place between them and appears to have been resolved according to court documents. When Yoon Min Hoy arrived at the house around 9:13 p.m., Ryan Hoy told him to go upstairs to take a shower. He then heard a thud coming from upstairs and his wife called his name. When the police arrived at home, they found Yoon Min Hoy's naked body laying on the bedroom floor with multiple cuts and stab wounds. He was pronounced dead at the scene at 22:28 local time. An autopsy showed he had 13 stab wounds to the face and 48 stab wounds to the neck. Guzman was arrested in a parking garage by Aurora City Police. Although initially charged with first-degree murder, the court finally found Guzman unknown to his mental condition and he was sent to a mental hospital for examination. According to Daily Mail, the woman was sent to the Colorado Institute of Mental Health in Pueblo because a diagnosis confirmed she had paranoid schizophrenia. What makes this story so juicy is that at his trial, Guzman was found not guilty and not imprisoned. In addition, Isabela's smile at the court was in the spotlight. He smiled like he was insane. This was because Isabela was declared to have a mental disorder. As a result, he was sent to the government hospital in Pueblo for medication and psychiatric treatment. He often talked to himself, laughing to himself. The doctor also revealed that Guzman had been delusional that Yoon Min Hoy was not his biological mother. He said Cecilia was a woman who was considered her biological mother. To this incident, Isabela Guzman has the possibility to be in a mental hospital for the rest of her life. The acting Judicial District Attorney Georgie Boucher said Isabela Guzman would remain there until she was no longer a threat to the public and to herself. A psychopath is a person who, because of a mental disorder, shows deviant behavior so that he has difficulty in socializing. If a psychopath commits a crime, then he is punished like a person with normal psychology because the psychopath is not a disease of insanity which can be the reason for the abolition of the crime. With regard to psychology, in the science of criminal law, there is a reason for the elimination of crime, namely excuse. Excuses for forgiveness are reasons that arise the guilty of the perpetrator of a crime, while the act is still against the law. So in terms of forgiveness seen from the perspective of the person perpetrator subjective. For example, because the perpetrator is insane or insane so that he cannot be held accountable for his action. Article 44 of the Criminal Code. In this case, Isabella Guzman suffered from a mental illness. Therefore, she was not charged and received excuses.